Hello and welcome to my channel. You look great today. Now, I want to talk about trailers. We've had quite a few trailers dropping recently for lots of popular things like Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping, Dune Part 3, and Avengers Doomsday dropped 4 separate trailers. And half of me is feeling really excited about the upcoming films because it feels like we had a significant dip in films. Other than the recent Project Hail Mary, I feel like we haven't had any good films in cinemas coming out recently. It seems like 2026 is going to change that. We're going to have Dune, we're going to have the Avengers films, we're going to have new Hunger Games films, we're going to have new whatever. But something about the trailers feels a little bit off, and that's what I want to talk about today, because I feel that trailers have gotten significantly worse recently. First of all, Avengers Doomsday. These trailers are kind of what inspired me to make this video, because I feel like trailers just look bad now. Not necessarily just in terms of the color grading, although all of them do have that kind of underpitched, quite dimly lit, like gritty, just boring vibe to them instead of the bright colors that we used to have, which is something, you know, everyone says. I'm not the first to say that. I won't be the last to say that. It's not an original thought. It's the thing that everyone talks about is where are the colors that we used to have. But also, all these trailers were so boring. If you don't know, Avengers Doomsday has dropped 4 separate trailers, all about sort of different people that are going to be coming back into Doomsday. And all of them are the most boring trailer I've ever seen in the world. The significant thing about all these trailers is it is literally dangling keys in front of a baby. First of all, they released this trailer, which was the sort of Captain America trailer for Doomsday. We see Steve Rogers and he's got a baby and he's looking at the Captain America costume and he looks like he's having a nice life, and Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday. This trailer is about 1 minute long and it's 1 minute of absolutely nothing. First of all, I thought that, you know, Chris Evans and the whole bunch stopped after Endgame because they had those signed contracts, but no, a lot of them are coming back, which is kind of exciting, but also kind of like, oh goddamn, we don't have an idea for a film. How do we get people to watch the film? We'll just bring back the people that worked. They don't have, it feels like they don't have anything for Doomsday. I could be wrong, I could be so wrong. Maybe Doomsday is going to be a brilliant film, but a huge part of me is thinking, well, they're just grabbing any cameo they can to throw it at the film to see if it sticks. And that's definitely what this trailer feels like, because nothing happens the whole way through. It's just like Steve having a life, and, you know, good for Steve. I don't like Captain America, but good for Steve. It's not really what makes an exciting trailer, though, because I kind of want to watch the film for, like, the film. And even if this 1 minute of him living a normal life is the only of that minute in the film, I still, like, I'm going to be so bored in that bit. The second trailer that they released was Thor returning, you know, whatever. This one's slightly confusing for a lot of people because if you're like me and you didn't watch Thor Love and Thunder because it looked awful, you didn't realize that him having a daughter really mattered at all. But this trailer is similarly incredibly boring. It's 1 minute straight of him just talking to his father, who is dead, you know, has been since Thor Ragnarok, and asking for the power of the All-Father to not bring back battle to his daughter, but to teach her stillness. But he's also there with his giant axe, and he's clearly about to go and fight. He says he's going to fight one last bad guy.
So that I may fight once more, defeat one more enemy.
And they need to stop doing this. If you want me to believe that each time, every single film you come out is like, we just gotta do one last bad guy, we gotta stop one last thing, then I'm just gonna get bored of it. I already am bored of it. I was bored of it when it was Kang in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which is a film that I am so sad that I had to actually watch. But then they didn't change anything. They were just like, now it's Doctor Doom, and oh, it's really bad. He's the one last bad guy, guys. One last bad guy. Promise. And if this film doesn't do well, there's just one more after that, okay? Just one more. And then, you know, a couple more after that until we have another $7 billion. That trailer was also super boring, and both of them harken back to the thing I said before, which is that they are literally just jangling the keys in front of the baby. If you watched those trailers and you were excited, what are you talking about? Rewatch them now and think, did anything exciting happen? Did anything that suggests like a good film is coming out happen? Or did they just go, hey look, it's It's the guys you like. Look, it's the ones. Ah, you remember them from the films that we made that were also not great, but had like a bit of story to them. Third trailer that they put out was weird. Third trailer they put out felt like they kind of had to just grab anything they could, and it was the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four. Watching this trailer, you might have been similarly confused to me because you might not have watched Black Panther 2. So the things that Shuri is saying, I don't know what she's talking about, but I think that guy is like a fish king or something. It's her walking in a desert saying stuff. And that's the other problem with all these trailers. They are literally, except for the Steve one, which was silent, which was not much better. But they're just people saying things, and then the trailer's over and it's like, don't you want to watch this film? It looks really good. And I'm sure, you know, I know you've already commented it by now, John, but I'm sure that a proper Doomsday trailer is going to come out at some point that's to do with the plot or something, and it's not just going to be these four for the rest of time. But while these four are here and I'm making this video, that's what we're going with. And these trailers are so boring. The final trailer for Avengers Doomsday, to end this rant, and I'm so sorry, is the X-Men trailer. This one, probably the most jangling keys in front of a baby. And it's not because I think that it's going to be bad. You know, I was actually, when I watched it, I was like pretty excited. I'll be honest. First instinct to some of these trailers are like, that looks good, I'm so excited. And then when you rewatch them, you're like, that's really bad, that's really boring. It's literally just showing you the things of the X-Men. It's not showing you something that the X-Men will be doing. It's not showing you anything interesting about the X-Men. It's just, hey, look, it's the mansion. You remember the mansion. Hey, look, it's the name of the school. You remember that it's called Xavier's School for the X-Men. I don't remember what the school's called. And then it's them playing chess. And yes, it's very nice to see that Sir Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen are going to be in the film. But then again, it's not, because I saw that and I was like, no, surely you have better things to be doing than a Marvel film. And then, yes, it's very cool at the end when you watch as Cyclops takes off the visor and the lasers go everywhere. But again, it's just showing you the characters that you used to like, and then the trailer's over. So all of those trailers kind of made me feel like trailers have become rubbish. However, is it all bad? Because the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer also came out recently, and I have mixed feelings. So we see Peter, and it seems like they're going with like a sort of mutation going wrong sort of plotline for the film. But again, it kind of felt like they were throwing a lot of things all at once. I'm not sure if this is just what the vibe of the film is fighting lots of different villains, but the whole trailer, first of all, starts with a sort of what I assumed was an AI trailer start, because it looks so unnatural. The sound of the mask coming on doesn't make any sense. But apparently it was all CGI'd because they parts of the trailer leaked and they had to quickly release it much sooner than they thought. But anyway, we see him swing through the city, something's going wrong with mutation, that looks kind of interesting. But then we also see him fight so many different villains popping out of nowhere. And then the thing that bothers me is kind of like adding the Punisher in. I don't like the Punisher as a character. I don't like specifically the people that adopted the Punisher as the cool character, because there's a lot of like, you know, Red Pill, Manosphere adjacent people who are like, the Punisher's so cool because he kills people. But that kind of just felt like, it's like, oh, let's mix the things that people like with the other trailers. But then also, just parts of this trailer felt so synthetic. It was bright, which I liked. I didn't mind that it was bright, because I do feel like Spider-Man in the comics is bright and exciting, but a lot of it kind of felt like very fake and very like plasticky. I also think that bringing in like Hulk and bringing in loads of different characters kind of just feels, again, like cameo bait. And you know, it's an interesting conversation. Is having cameos as like a big part of your film a problem? Because sometimes that's fine, sometimes that works fine. But what worries me about cameos isn't literally the characters coming back, because I'm not immune to nostalgia. I enjoy when the characters I liked come back again. But what I am kind of worried about when I see this kind of trailer is that if you're forcing cameos, then do you have any story to fall back on? So I'm not sure about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer either. But I will say, before I close up this video, not all hope is lost. I also watched the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping trailer, and that does look pretty good. I'm quite a big Hunger Games fan, so I could just be biased, but then again, I was a big Marvel fan and am a big Spider-Man fan, especially Tom Holland's Spider-Man. But the Hunger Games trailer looks so exciting. We've got really bright, vibrant colours. It looks fun. I mean, that's the main thing everyone's talking about in the comments, is the colourful aspect of it. It's really bright, it looks really fun, and we've got interesting character stuff. I didn't know anything about Haymitch and his Hunger Games. I haven't read Sunrise on the Reaping, the book. I'm waiting to get it from a friend, but it looks really exciting. It looks like Ralph Fiennes is going to do an excellent performance as President Snow. He looks really good for that role. Effie Trinket looks like she's going to be amazing. I mean, YRS looks, Maya Hawke is the perfect casting for that. And the young Haymitch, I wasn't like super sure about, but then when I saw sort of comparisons with him and Haymitch in the films, I was like, oh wait, that's exactly the kind of person that we need. I think I kind of just forgot what Haymitch looked like.
They're 100% stupid as usual.
But yeah, it looks like a really exciting film. And the Dune 3 trailer I thought was brilliant. I mean, Dune 3 looks really good. I was worried about that franchise as well because I love Dune 1 and Dune 2, and it feels like, how do they top it off? Especially since after Dune Messiah, which is what the third film is based on, people say that the Dune book series takes a significant sort of downward slope. But it looks exciting. It has a cool chant in it. I mean, I've rewatched that trailer maybe 50 times because of that chant. And hopefully that will save Timothée Chalamet from the ballet and opera controversy, of which should not be named. To conclude this video, kind of, as I feel like all my videos end with this, but kind of like, I don't know, maybe trailers are getting better, maybe trailers are getting worse, maybe trailers are bad now. It's just, it feels hard to pinpoint, and I think my general stance is trailers are as good and as terrible as they always have been. There are some standout trailers that are like, hey, this looks fun, this looks exciting. And there are a lot of trailers that are like, what is this film about? Do you want me to watch it? But I think that the significant thing that loads of people pointed out with that Lanterns trailer that I talked about, watch that video after this one, and the Doomsday trailers, is things just look a bit dulled now. Nothing feels as exciting and proper anymore. But anyway, hopefully those films are good. I don't want these franchises to fail, though it would, you know, give me ample things to talk about on this YouTube channel. I want them to do well. If you liked this video, please press that like button, and if you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe. Check out my other videos. We're about to hit 200 subscribers, so if we can get to 200, that would be amazing. Please subscribe if you can, because that would be great. Leave a comment on what you thought and what you think these other films will be like, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a lovely week. Mwah.